I'm fucking with you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Exceptional Anecdote My Sibling. This is episode 5. I hope you guys all had a great Independence Day, whatever you call it, fireworks and fat people food.
Dude, I heard him on the 3rd, and I was just sitting here, like, headphones off, window open, and all of a sudden I hear, boom! Boom! And I freaked out. I thought it was a gun. I was like, hold on. And everyone I was like talking to, I was like, hold on, guys, hang on. And I was like, wait. Oh, it's probably just stupid people doing fireworks.
I think we all instinctively have that like reaction to fireworks if we're not the ones a part of it. We're just like, is that a gun? And then you hear another one and it's like, yeah, and you're like, okay, it's not a gun. But no, like, what did you do for the holidays or a holiday? What you're doing now,
Scoff,
basically?
gasp.
Not a damn thing.
I sat here and edited for 11 hours straight while watching TV shows. That's what I did. And then when the night came, I played some Rainbow Six Siege.
I think that's the Asian qualities in your blood. You're just like, fuck this holiday. No, this is always a really busy time for me because it's my wife's birthday. Then then the 4th celebrations, and there's like a big fireworks in the capital of Ohio, and then there's like sub counties that have fireworks. So you pretty much can fill your whole week with stuff to do. But
do you enjoy going out and doing that still? Like, I mean, you have a family, so it might be different.
I like doing it?
Like, because I don't care about watching fireworks anymore. Go ahead.
No. I don't. I explained that when we were waiting to watch local fireworks, I was like, because she was like, are we in a good position? Are we going to see it? I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, if we see the big ones, because she's like, well, you're not going to see any of the little ones. I'm like the little like pop, 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 pop. I'm like, who gives a damn?
Yeah,
like,
you know where we can watch it? Online.
My 6-year-old and my 1-year-old are going to be, completely blown away by the larger, higher up ones. So I don't care about the little ones.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I kind of said it out loud. I was like, I don't even care about fireworks. I care about what my kids care about fireworks. Like, when my kids watch, I like looking at their face, like the awe and like the innocence of like, wow, this is the greatest thing ever. And it's like, yeah, wait till you're like 20 more years old and everything sucks. But in that moment, you kind of get to absorb their like happiness. Like, wow, like this is simple to them.
Stop rubbing it in. I'm so envious.
I'm any kid. Even before like I had kids, and my friends had kids, and I went to go see it. Like, I look at them, it's like, this is a really cool man-made amusement. But I'm not a kid anymore, so it doesn't blow me away. But like, because I've literally been at like the Columbus's thing's called Red, White, and Boom, and it is the largest firework display in the Midwest, and that's not a joke. Literally, they pride themselves. They make it bigger every year. They try to.
Where does it take place?
Literally. Right in the center of Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, like we're literally right in downtown. So like the fireworks are like reflecting off skyscrapers because they get them so high, they get them so big. And I literally one year was underneath the fireworks. Like, that's how poorly planned this was. They let people be under, and I was like, that was the coolest firework moment for me. But like now as an adult, I'm just like, it's for the kids. I like seeing the kids' reactions. But no, we celebrate my wife's birthday too, and I took her to her second favorite restaurant. Her first favorite restaurant.
She's not good enough for her first favorite.
Oh, no. They were closed for the 4th. Which, by the way, both number 1 and number 2, both hibachi Asian cuisine. The first one is a joint in Dublin called House of Japan. If anybody listens to the show, is local, knows me, they know that place is the bomb. And like their red-headed stepchild is a place called Fusion in a southern part of Columbus. And it's still good. It's not as good as the first, but they were open. And her favorite wasn't open, which I jokingly was like, it's called House of Japan, but they're closed on the 4th? What? If anything, they should mockingly be open.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
fuck you guys, we're open.
Look at like Christmas. Look at like Christmas. It's like notoriously known that Chinese food places and 7-Elevens are going to be there for you.
Yeah, right. But like on the 4th, like the one, did we scare them that bad with those bombs? They're like, we don't even want to have our business.
Dude, like, you know my theory. I think our nukes mutated their genes, and that's why we get all that weird like, dude, their porn and their game shows and their just their weird shit. We did that to them.
Dave Chappelle made a joke about that in his Netflix stand-up. Yeah,
okay, just so everyone knows, I did not take that from...
It's no... It's okay. I wasn't accusing you. I was going to let you know what he said. He's like, ever since we dropped those 2 nukes, man, they've been drawing Hello Kitty ever since. But no.
But
so like, we went there, and that was quite an experience. Like, if you ever been to a hibachi place, it's you sit at a table with like a bunch of other people.
Benihana's, that's the one that we have over here. Yeah.
And the guy cooks in front of you. But the difference between that and Benihana's is when you walk in the door, they're not like they don't do that. Like, you walk in, there's a white hostess every single time.
Oh wow!
And they put you at your table. They get an Asian woman comes out, gets your order, and then like this badass looking dude comes out, and he's got like the gear, the tucked scarf thing, whatever, and he's ting 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 flip 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 flip. He's going crazy, and one thing about this fusion place that drives me absolutely fucking bonkers. Well, 2 things that no other hibachi place I've ever been to does, and I don't know what the fuck they're trying to be. Like if fusion means like half hibachi, half nightclub, but randomly throughout the cooking, he'll press a button above his head, and it plays the same damn song every single time, and it's like a snippet of it.
So it really is the redheaded child breaks.
Yeah, it's the bitch of hibachi clubs, or places. Well, clubs, because it wants to be a club. But no, the other thing is, at least 10 times throughout his cooking process, and I've been to this place like 5 times, and it happens every single time. In the middle of him, like, I don't know, cutting meat or cutting, whatever, he goes, "Oh yeah."
That's where the comes. Okay.
And like randomly, like, abruptly, loudly, and randomly, and there's no rhyme or reason. And all I could think about in the back of my head was, they had a meeting. All the chefs and the owner was like, "Okay, guys, when you're cooking, I'd like you to say, 'oh yeah,' about 10 to 15 times, but whilst cooking." Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm gonna hear him go, "Oh yeah," you'd be like, "You know what? I'm more pumped about my meal now." Like, no. Oh my God. Maybe of course, my wife does not notice this. Doesn't even pay attention. Like, didn't hear it. Didn't like every time he did it, I'd look up.
She's just staring at the food.
Yeah, she's like, getting ready to, she's helping my daughter. My daughter is eating salad and stuff, which is mind blowing. But,
good for her.
Yeah, this dude keeps saying, "Oh yeah," and I keep looking up, and he's like, he doesn't even look at me. He's just cutting meat every time. I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, dude, I don't know, but going to those places made me think about. You ever seen the movie Waiting with like Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, I really liked it actually.
I kept thinking what I don't know. I want to write a script for a movie, but like have it be a similar movie to Waiting, but about these chefs, where like they have to go out there and be like uber fucking Asian. Like in my head, I'm like, I wonder if these guys talk normal, like me, like professionally.
Put it on.
But it's a show when they're in there, like the accent and everything. I wonder if that's what it is. And I wanted to make a movie where like the owner is like, I want you to be super Asian. Like I want you to come there and really, really do it up. And then like, I don't know. Like,
just call the movie Hibachi. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no. And then but have the movie be like about how they're like outside of that place.
They just go straight dead American voice.
Like one of the chefs can't actually cook anything else outside of that
One's
place.
a nerd, one's a gangster. One's not even Asian.
Yeah. He just puts makeup on before he goes out there. Yes, absolutely. But that was my idea for a hibachi place. I don't know, man. But it's the holidays is a good time. This time of the year is good because it's family stuff, and then my wife's birthday, and we try to fit it all in. And then my anniversary is like 3 weeks from now.
Jeez, so man, you got like a
July.
Loaded, yeah.
Yeah. Plus YouTube, plus this, plus our friendship. You're not an easy person to be friends with, man. It's very time consuming. A lot of emotion has to be poured into it. You're like a plant. If I leave you unattended for like a month,
I'm dead.
Go into this like drought, depression. It takes a lot of water.
I got needs. Water me, baby, water me.
So you really don't do anything. You don't do.
Dude, you gotta understand. So, and actually, like, I almost wanted to tell. I mean, up until the event in 2013, I was a ginormous social butterfly. I'd go out all the time. I'd go to bars. I can't stand clubs. I don't dance. Like I said one episode, I'm a white dude. I mean, I'm sure I got some moves, but I'm not putting them on for anyone.
I would pay to see that shit.
Oh, jeez. Send it to my YouTube account, please.
Oh my God.
No. But so I was like, you think I'm bad now as much as I like to talk, but that's nothing compared to like when I went to bars and became like buddies with everyone there just because, and I'm not that way anymore. Like, you know this. If I don't want to talk, or like when I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, don't you fucking talk to me. Not yet. I'm not ready. Like, that's how I feel all day, but in a different way. Like, I just don't have that. So I don't go out anymore. I just don't. Like, I think I've gone out twice since 2014. Oh, no, that's not true. New Year's Eve and shit like that, I go out with Chris and Nick, and actually, I tried getting them to stay in this last year, and I almost did, because even Chris was like, I mean, overrated, bars, prices, this, that, we could just have some hella mad fun right here. But Nick, actually, the less, I wouldn't say less social, but he convinced us both to go. Convinced by really just like forced us to go, but it was still fun. Well, no, it wasn't. My ex showed up. That was weird. I don't know. I'm more like, I'm reclusive. I don't like to drive anymore because I don't want to die and people are stupid. And the more that I'm aware of this, the more I don't want to drive. And there's just other things like that. Like, I'm not that guy anymore. I mean, I'm still obviously social. And like, if you talk to me, oh yeah, be ready. But if I'm not in the mood, it's like a switch, dude. I just hit a switch, and I'm like, nope, not going to talk to anyone, going to ignore everything that's going on right now. I'm just going to watch some TV shows and edit and be left the fuck alone. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to hear you. And usually what triggers that is shit like someone sending me a cat picture over and over again, but it's the same picture that I've already seen. Or maybe someone's trying to start shit with me, like you know, not real shit, but just like if there's any kind of drama, I am now like, what is the word? I have an aversion to it.
I thought you were about to say I'm a virgin to drama.
No, I have an aversion to it. Where like if that shit starts going, like I actually snapped at Hosea the other morning, and I actually went then and apologized to him. But he comes out and he starts talking about like it's morning. I just want to go fill my pitcher up with water, get some ice, get back in my room, chill out, whatever. I just woke up, and he immediately goes on me like, man, so I can't believe, you know, Dimitri in the house and this and that. Basically, we have to move at the end of August, in case anyone knows, and it was a very strange circumstance that I don't take personally against anyone, but Jose is tending to do that. And it's like, so I just straight up said...
He's a social media guru, man.
I said to him, we're right outside my door. I can't even get in my fucking room because he's like constantly asking me questions and pointing fingers, and I'm just like, Jose... You need to stop. You are so addicted to drama. Just let it like. And then I just walked to my room, and then I came back right away, and I went in his room, and I was like, Jose, I'm so sorry. I just don't do drama anymore. I have no interest in it. I don't care, and blah blah blah. You know, so I'm sorry. And he was like, no.
So you're the hipster of drama.
I'm too cool for it. I did drama before there was drama, and now I don't do drama. So.
One, either you have a bell set up to ding every single time you write, or that's your phone.
Oh, that was my fucking phone.
I'm totally fucking. I don't care. No, I just the other option wouldn't be that surprising because you're, you know, sociopath.
What? What's the other option?
I said that you had a bell that goes off.
No, yeah. I'm always right. So you'd be hearing that shit all the time if it were true.
You just have a guy in the room with like a fucking sign.
Yeah, he sits in the corner of the room. His one job is to ding the bell, and if he misses a bell, he misses a meal. So.
I thought you were like $1 off your tip.
I don't tip that. Hey, you shut up, Carlos. You shut up.
Wow, wow. Jeez,
hey,
I was picturing like a white
old
man butler.
He didn't choose his gender, and I didn't choose him for any other
gender.
reason.
He chose
his gender.
Carlos is his gender.
He associates with Carlos.
This is the life of people who drink out of a pitcher.
Okay, I meant ethnicity. But hey, who knows what his gender is? Maybe it's not even. Maybe Carlos is a woman. Carlos, are you a woman? No, he's a dude. He's a dude.
Carlita.
But
oh, that's cool. We're just gonna pretend like there's people in the room. Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
No, I got Carlos.
I'm doing a podcast.
Sitting in the corner of my room.
Yeah, I don't know who this. I don't know. He's going on about some dude named Carlos. No, I'm not going to introduce you. No.
Who's your friend?
No. I just said I'm not going to introduce him. Shut up.
Oh.
No, I'm not going to give you the headset. Walk away. Yeah. Walk. Okay, look.
Who was this mysterious person?
Oh, it was me. I was looking in the mirror. Anyway,
it's like my lizard fighting herself in the mirror.
Yeah, my beard got all black. It was weird. It protruded from my neck region.
Yeah, you inflated your neck.
No, so just on the topic of my wife, like after the celebration and stuff, we missed out on like our weekly TV shows, which you will go in at the end of the show. So stay tuned if you made it this far.
Oh yeah,
listen at the end because
I'm gonna
scratch his itch
every now and then. Every now and then, fillers. Oh yeah, TV shows for life.
Word. Anyway, no. So what we do is we catch up on all the stuff that we missed, and with this holiday, we missed all of our wrestling.
Oh no!
Raw, SmackDown Live, 205 Live, NXT. You missed all that stuff, so we had to watch it back. But I know that you and a lot of other people give me shit.
I didn't give you shit. I didn't give you shit.
But you do not hesitate to tell me that you don't watch wrestling.
Nope, not a fan.
Yeah. And most people, I don't know if it's the same reason for you, but most people are like, "Well, it's fake," and that immediately just like hits a nerve, and I want to punch that person directly in the face. But I don't know. What's your reason for not like? This is professional wrestling I'm talking about. WWE, that stuff. So if you're at this point, don't turn the fucking podcast off yet. I promise I'm gonna make this worth your while. So if you're like, oh, how do I skip this bullshit about wrestling? Stay.
Hit the letter L a bunch and it'll skip 10 seconds forward.
Motherfucker. Hey, what are we talking about? This whole fucking episode will be wrestling.
No! All right, everyone, don't hit any key. Just listen so we can.
Yeah.
No.
Motherfuckers.
So it's not even the fake thing. Like, look, there's a lot of things that we watch, like on YouTube especially, that are obviously, oh my god, scripted. There we go. So, I'm not really too concerned about that. I think it's more just the whole, it kind of goes into the whole sports thing in general. I have no interest in watching boxing, what's the, MMA, wrestling, football, baseball. I'm done with. I just don't care. I don't care. And wrestling, as much as entertainment as it is, it's a little too cheesy for me because it is fake. We all know, or sorry, it's scripted. We should say, but it's not on a. I would put it on the same level as a sitcom that forces to or has a laugh reel in it, as if I need to be told when to laugh. Like that. That's not funny. If you need to tell me when it's funny, why would it be funny then? Like it's obviously not funny. Just like with wrestling, it's just like the fire displays and the music and the announcing of these amazing. Now these guys are giants and amazing, athletic, like built like motherfuckers, and a lot of them are really cool. Even outside of wrestling, like they're not monsters. They're not like these scary men. They're just like awesome individuals. But I just have no interest in watching that kind of shit. That's my honest answer.
Yeah. Well, let me retort. Because your reasoning is justifiable. Like you just have no interest, and that's fine. Yeah. And I'm not trying to win you into it. That's not this. What I'm about to say is for the people who are like, it's fucking stupid because it's fake. It's not. They're not even really fighting.
Have a rage session, dude. Fucking yell at those idiots.
Here's my beef with that whole thing. Because those same motherfuckers who are like, it's fake. I can't fuck it. It's fake. They will turn right around and be like, I can't wait for the zombie apocalypse, and I love The Walking Dead. And I'm gonna be like,
or they'll go turn on the Kardashians.
Motherfucker. I haven't met that yet, but I'm sure it exists. The reason why WWE is such a unique product, not even professional wrestling alone, WWE by itself, is it's sports entertainment. It touches two very, very big pockets of the world's interests.
Sure.
You grab the competitive people who just want to see people beat the shit out of each other, and then you get the people who want to they want to laugh, they want to care, they want to be pulled in, and this does both. The storylines by themselves, some of them are cheesy. They are not meant to pull you in. Those are called the mid card or the low card storylines, the cheesy shit. That's what that is. And if you see that and you're like, ugh. Wait, because the main event stuff is what's supposed to keep you hooked, and that's what they've done is they've built storylines with guys who are actually the best in the business. And now, to the people who go, what does that even mean? The best in the business? That means that those people, like I'm just throwing out names, so if you don't know who I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Guys like Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and a guy who's been doing it for like 16 plus years, John Cena. They are guys that can get up in front of 15,000 people in an arena, on a live camera and actually hook you in with their personality, the storyline, how they feel. Though that it's no different to me than watching The Walking Dead. It's a storyline, and if it's a good storyline, I buy in. Now, I'm not saying it's consistently always the best fucking thing, but eventually they find something and it sticks, or they find a guy or a girl who they didn't think was gonna hook the crowd, and all of a sudden he or she is the biggest thing going, and that's the excitement of it. Is you never know when that next Stone Cold Steve Austin or Undertaker is going to pop up. And those names ring bells even to those people who are like, it's fucking fake. Yeah. At one point in time, you were throwing middle fingers up, kicking your friends in the gut. And
dude, remember the what was that thing where you put your hands down on your crotch and you're just like...
suck it.
Yeah, suck it. Yeah, everyone knew that.
Hell, the word SmackDown. If you've ever heard someone say, I'm going to lay the SmackDown on your ass, like, that word was created by Dwayne Johnson or The Rock, to people who know, the actor / wrestler. When before the show came out, one of his taglines was, I'm going to lay the SmackDown on your candy ass. And he would say it all the time. And then one day, there was WWE SmackDown, and now it's it's the B show. Oh, well, now a lot of people think it's better than the original A show, but it's the new. He created a fucking word. It's in the dictionary, and he's accredited for it. So it is something that reaches in and just shakes you, and from all these other directions. And let me explain something. I took a break from it when Stone Cold Steve Austin retired back in 2003. That was my favorite wrestler. When he was done, I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. And I did. I went through high school, middle school. I never watched it. And then one day, I'm sitting on my couch. My son just fell asleep. My wife at the time was working third shift, and it was about 8 o'clock Eastern. And I'm like, you know what? I haven't watched Monday Night Raw in like 13 years. Boom! I put it on. I watched the whole thing, and I was like, wow! Oh my god!
Wait, so you just got back into it last year?
No, back in 2000, it was late 2012 that I started picking up on it again, and then, of course, my wife was like, "That's fucking dumb. Like, I'm not watching that with you." And I was like, "Give me a chance." And it was right around WrestleMania season, which is their.
Wait, you got her into it?
Yeah, WrestleMania came, and it was right around that time, and she grew up being a big rock fan, and didn't know any of the current.
I bet she still smells what he's cooking.
Oh, absolutely. But it was a really cool moment. And this is what I'm talking about. Wrestling has moments that make it worth your while. And the more you put in, the more you get out. Yes, there's going to be shit that you're
Let me ask you a question.
Dumb. Go ahead.
So there's a story I want you told me. I also, sorry for coughing and blowing my nose. I think I'm getting sick. I have to keep blowing my nose, and I'm trying to put the mic away.
Yo, this is a real podcast, man. Yeah. Ain't no fake shit.
Yeah. No scripted shit in here, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We ain't no shitty pranks. All right, well, anyway. There was a story.
Oh, God, you must be sick. Oh, wait.
No, so you were telling me a story about how, I think it was when it was both WCW and WWF, and they were separate, right? Mm-hmm. And WWF would post the results. Can you tell the story?
No, yeah. So, one of the things back in like the mid to late 90s was WWE, which was WWF back then. They were the biggest gig in town, and WCW would come along. Because you told me that was the show that you.
I was into WCW when I was a kid. Yeah.
And the reason that became such a heated battle is because WWF was a pre-taped show back then. Now they're live, everything's live. But WCW was a pre-taped show back then, or WWF was a pre-taped show. WCW was like, okay, we want to compete with them. They got Ted Turner's money. Boom, they got a show on Monday nights. And what they did to try and compete and pull people away from watching WWF was they'd give the results away for the entire night's show. So that you would go, okay, well, I don't need to click over to that because I already know what happens. WCW is telling me. And that worked for a long time. Like I think a solid 6-7 month strain. Or strand where it was like boom, 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 boom. They were killing them in the ratings every week. And one night they did it, and they fucked up because they gave away the result of a championship match where if anybody knows this guy, Mick Foley, Mankind, beats, I think it was The Rock. Yeah, beats The Rock for the WWF Championship, the biggest title you can have in WWF. And they said at the very beginning of Monday Night, they said, Mick Foley's going to win their world title. And they said it, but they said it in a sarcastic way, like, "Are you? What a joke!" And the ratings show it right after they fucking said that. Click, 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 click. And like millions and millions of people changed the fucking channel and stayed with Monday Night Raw instead of Monday Night.
Backfired on them.
It backfired, and ever since they never recovered. It just slowly but surely, Raw started creeping back up, and then they started beating them and beating them and beating them and beating them, and then they lost their money from Ted Turner because AOL had bought Time Warner.
Dude, don't even talk to me about AOL. Fuck AOL. All right.
Well, they bought Time Warner, and they're like, we don't want wrestling on our television. So they got rid of WCW, and Vince McMahon bought them. So
wow.
Like,
how much money does that motherfucker have?
A lot.
Yeah, let's just go with a lot.
Yeah. And he bought his opponent. Imagine that. It'd be like McDonald's buying Burger King and Wendy's.
Oh, God.
And being like, we're the only kick in town now.
Yeah. We'll still sell their products, but remember our name.
We sell the Mick Whopper. And, the Mick Dave.
Oh, shit. Whoops, sorry about that.
Truly watch it.
I accidentally, I just left. I'm sorry. Nah, keep talking.
You're good. If they're not willing to sit down and watch one episode of Raw and then give me their opinion, I don't care to hear it because they're basically.
Are you talking about the shit talkers?
Yeah, the shit talk. I think their basis for their opinion comes from they quit watching because they eventually
never even watched it. That's the people that bother me the most.
Well, them, but I get it from the people who are like, man, I stopped watching this shit when I was a kid. Like it's same thing happened to me when I was like. Oh yeah, I guess he isn't really punching him, is he? And you're like, if some of these guys are though. Like to be fair,
and they really bleed. They do bleed.
Not all the time. They do a thing called cutting. It's where it's an old wrestling thing.
When they have
they
a little
don't do it now, where there was a guy on the edge of the ramp who would like hit the forehead a couple times with a razor blade, and then bam, one good hit would open the fucking cut. That's an old school thing, and it's really unsanitary. So
it's dangerous.
Well, if you ever look at if you Google this, look at guys like Ric Flair, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
See, that's why I left on accident. I was trying to open Chrome, and I somehow closed Discord.
When you get a chance, look at those guys.
Well, what's their name? I've got perfect internet. It's been open the whole time.
Look at Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty.
And it's Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes. And you look at his forehead, and you see how fucking mangled it is. And that's from the blading. Like, at a young age, your skin heals.
Wow!
You can't see it. But when you get older...
When we get to this section in the podcast, I'm going to put a picture up on the... just so you can see his forehead. You're right. His forehead is literally... Oh, he's dead? That's too bad.
He passed away from cancer. Yeah, man. He was probably one of the biggest talent development guys in the history, man. He gave so many guys an opportunity and helped so many people define their character and figure out who they were going to be, man. And when he passed away, it was a really big hit.
Looks like he was a ref at one point?
No, he didn't referee. He was a booker. That's what they called guys who, like, they would, all the stars would meet up in the back, and he'd go, okay, first match this, second match this, third match this. I want the first match to go this way. I want this move. I want this spot. And he wrestled. So on top of that, he was in some of the shows.
In fact, dude, I found the most recent, pretty much the most recent picture of him. Dude, yeah. I'm saving this picture right now. His forehead, these are not wrinkles. You can just tell. There's a consistency to them. There's still, like, bloodlines and shit. Like, there's rashing, like, scars. Wow.
That's what cutting was. But anyway, to wrap this up, basically, the people who shit on it, who used to watch it, and their reasoning for shitting on it now was the reason why they left, which is like, oh, it's fake. Well, then that tells me that you don't have an adult fucking brain, and it means you haven't watched it yourself as an adult, because it will literally change your vision of it. It's like, yes, I understand that it's fake, but you don't know what's going to happen. It is scripted, but how the fuck do you know what's going to happen? Because there have been many times where I'm like, oh,
it's like a TV show, dude. I don't know what's going to happen next. And then all of a sudden,
I'm way fucking wrong. And there's been times... You can ask my wife this if I might, maybe one day, but
force her to watch it.
That we'll watch a pay-per-view, and I don't like the end result, and it will literally leave me sour for a fucking day. Like, because I want guys to get opportunities and girls to get opportunities because they deserve it, because they're talented, because they've been doing it for so long, or they're just genuinely good people outside of the business. And that's something that people take for granted. Guys like John Cena, he has granted more Make-A-Wish wishes than any human
So I was
going
to mention him.
Celebrity.
I was blanking on his name, but when I was talking about how good they are outside, I was actually thinking specifically of him too, because and this is literally what I was going to say. I've seen all those videos, like teary fucking moments, dude. This guy gives a shit. He'll go out and like, it won't just be like, it's not even too like. I don't know if you've seen any of the videos. He doesn't just go up to you and he's like, hey, I'm John Cena. Here's an autograph and blah, blah. No, he's like, yo, let's go have fun for a whole day. Whatever the fuck you want, we're going to make this happen.
Yeah, that's who he is. And it's not an act.
It's not an act. He's
not doing it for fun. That's him genuinely. And he said, because something that all superstars, which is what they call the wrestlers, male and female, they go through a character change. They call it heel, which is bad guy, or face, which is good guy.
Whoa,
and
I didn't know that.
John Cena has not been a heel since probably 2004, 2003. Wow. And the reason why is because those kids love him so fucking much. And he said it. I don't want to change the character and then those kids lose hope in me. He goes, because he said, I can't tell you how many kids that I met doing the Make-A-Wish thing who said, I keep fighting to survive, to beat cancer because you keep telling me never give up. And he's like, I could never stop doing that and then find out that a kid gave up because I went heel. And he's like, I can't do it. And that's how, think of the impact that a guy who goes out and fights, I do quotations, but fights and on camera for titles that don't hold any relevance to the real world, I guess. In the business, it means something. It means you're the face of a company. It means you're the guy they throw out there to be the spokesperson. But he literally, his character has such an impact that he can't even alter it because it means so much to children. Like no other guy ever, no other female, male in the business has ever been able to say that. Hulk Hogan is considered by many people one of the greatest of all time, and he's gone heel. Ric Flair, hell, Ric Flair's famous because of his heel character. And like all those guys, Rock's gone heel, Stone Cold's been heel. John Cena's the only guy I've ever heard say, I cannot go heel because of my message and how many young children listen to that message and use it in their life. And that's insane to me. So the people who shit all over it and shit all over those guys, you have no fucking idea what those guys do, what they put back into society.
Well, and what they put into it, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
And some of these guys have been doing it since they were fucking 15 in a backyard with a bunch of their friends, and now they're walking into stadiums with 15,000
See, that's... That, I want to wrap this topic up soon, but before you finish, I just wanted to say really quick. When I say I don't like it, I mean, and I said it earlier, I don't like it now. But like I said, in Wisconsin when I was a kid, my cousin got me into watching it, and we would go in, and you got to understand, Wisconsin, big properties, no fences, fun stuff. He has a giant trampoline in the backyard, and we're on it, and we're fucking wrestling and pretending to be like characters and shit. So even we did that, and I'm not even like a diehard fan. Like, yeah.
Well, I get passionate about this topic, and then we've gone on because I could talk about it for fucking days because it means a lot to me now because of when I gave it a second chance, I fully fucking poured my
it's dude, like me and Supernatural,
fantasy wrestling. WWE. I do fantasy, like fantasy football. I do fantasy WWE. It's me and 3 other guys, one in Chicago, one in London, and one in Australia. And we literally, on Facebook, will draft teams, and based on their wins or losses and how they won or lost, you get points. And we're now into our 9th season. So it's like, you know, it's fun. You get to be a fan, and that's the most important thing. But hopefully you guys check out. Just watch one episode of Raw or SmackDown Live and let me know. It's on USA, 8 o'clock.
You didn't hear it from me, but you heard it from Irish 2K.
And, yeah, I'm not promoted all day long. But if you watch it and you hate it, comment in this episode. Let me know what you thought of it. If you loved it, or if you're like, hey, man, I'm going to start watching, let me know that too. Because, hey, Maybe we.
All right, fanboy. Let's pick it up.
Get the fuck.
It is
really?
like Supernatural. It's like me and you.
Supernatural.
It's Supernatural. Yeah, no. That's what I was analyzing it with. No, that wrestling to you. No, wrestling to you is what Supernatural is to me. By the way, keep your Discord chat open. All right. Well, I have a question for you. You asked me because like we said before, guys, we specifically make a list of things to talk about, and then we don't talk about them so that it's even a surprise to one of us. I want to understand this whole Tupac in Vegas, and then wife and bugs and shit.
The topic that I try to make it so vague.
It is vague. I have no idea. Like he said, hibachi. Oh yeah. Like what the fuck does that mean?
So okay, the Tupac in Vegas thing. So do you ever remember? I mean, you might have to look it up, but there's a security camera footage of Tupac right before he got shot in a Vegas casino, running up on some dude at a fountain and just beating the piss out of him.
No.
Yeah, so that happened. So I relate that to my wife because, well, let's say we're sitting down watching TV, wrestling, for instance, and a spider out of the peripheral.
I see where this is going.
Peripheral. She fucking just. Oh shit! Bang, 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 and just kills that. Like it literally looks like a gang hit. And every time I see her do it, I flash back to that video of Tupac beating the shit out of that dude on a fountain. Every time, it's the funniest shit, man.
Well, you know how I feel about killing bugs.
Yeah, I do, and I don't. I think it's so fucking stupid. Yes, please.
Yeah, all right.
Let the people know how fucking dumb this is.
Right.
Go ahead.
So,
especially all the women. I can't wait. Well, ladies.
Oh no, I think ladies would like this quality, because if I had to, bullshit. Okay. If I had to, I would kick your ass, but I don't want to.
Hey,
I wouldn't say I'm a pacifist.
Listen to this fucking story. So the next time you see a spider and you go, know that nothing is going to happen that's going to benefit you. If you want to know.
All right, so real quick pre-story. This is the whole point. This is why.
I think you told the story before.
Oh, did I?
About the ants on the lizard.
Yeah, an electric ball.
Yeah.
On the show we did.
Yeah.
Well, then fuck you guys. If you want to hear it, go fucking watch our show.
Yeah, episode 4.
It must have been 4. Yeah.
No.
So,
was it episode 4 or is it episode 2?
Are you sure I told it?
Yeah, I remember vividly you telling me the story.
Well, I told
on the show, we recorded because I remember it was like.
Well, I'm gonna do a fast rundown and just. Oh yeah, because I talked about how I scream like a girl when I not okay. Yeah. I don't literally scream like a girl, but I panic. I definitely panic when I scoop a spot because I won't kill it. Well, shit. Well, then what's the point of me even saying this if I've already said it?
Well, no. I would love for you to because here I'll tell a fucking story then about your views and an interaction that you and I had. So we were about to game, and I'm hopping the headset. I'm like, oh, dude, give me 1 second. There's a bug in my son's room, and he's kind of freaking out a little bit. So I set the headset down. I go in there. I destroy this centipede with all of my might.
Hey.
And let me first say this: centipedes have poison in their bites, and they can hurt you. So let me just preface that real quick.
So can spiders.
So I slaughtered his ass, threw him in the toilet, and flushed it. And then I came back to the headset, told Erdman what I had done, and this is his fucking response. I'll let you go ahead and reenact it for us.
No, I want to hear what you remember.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm only going to mark it up as tired state. He goes, What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm like, there's no way you're talking to me right now. So what's going on around you is making you react this way? And you go, no, dude. You know how I feel about like offended. Like offended.
You just took something's life. It wasn't there because it was trying to piss you off.
Twice on Sunday.
The only way I'll kill a bug is if it's in my personal space. Dude, if I see... Actually, the other day I did kill a spider on my wall because I think they hatched and there's been so many. I'm like, all right, fuck you guys. Like, get away from me. But there are times when I will and I won't. But, like, to go out of your way to kill it and it's not even, like I get it. It's in your son's room, but you still could have done the whole cup and shit and that and kept it alive and put it outside, and it would have been on its merry way, fully aware that it is living, by the way, and now not able to be aware of anything because it's dead. Sorry, brutally slaughtered. And I I'm a guy who believes in abortion, like in certain situations. Like if you're raped, you definitely need.
It's better to say pro-choice.
I mean, I am pro-choice.
Because that's basically what that means. You're pro them being.
But say I'm also pro-life as far as my own opinion. As far as my own opinion, if it were my kid, like and a girl was like, all right, you got me pregnant. What do we do? I'd be like, fucking keep it. We're not. No.
I say dealer's choice. Let's play for it.
Yeah. I'm going putting one on the chip on the red and on the black. So let's just do it all, man.
And spin. All right.
Yeah. Wait, is it green and red? Fuck it. I don't care. I don't gamble.
Even numbers, we keep it. Go.
All right, roll it. Flip a coin. If it's heads, it's gone. If it's tails, it's.
Roulette sounded more fun.
Well, fine. We'll do roulette. We can do Russian roulette. Point it at. Okay, that's bad. I won't say that. I won't. Actually, fuck it. I will say it. You can point it. You can roll. Spin the fucking gun with one bullet.
Gun, you sickos.
Sure, right. Yeah, you think I mean a real gun? God.
Jeez.
And if the water, not the bullet, the water hits the belly, not the bullet.
Yeah.
then you don't get to keep.
If you need a little more adrenaline, use a BB gun.
Oh my god, that was probably the most fucked up thing I've ever said, and that's ever come out of my mouth.
I'm so happy.
I enjoyed every moment of it.
Hey, episode 5 just became the best.
Around.
Fuck.
So yeah, I don't kill bugs. I'd hunt if I needed it. I even when I go fishing, and a lot of you might say, "Well, this is worse." Oh my god, I'm so tired of that. Yeah, okay. So dying is better than. By the way, their pain receptors pretty limited in the mouth region, or I mean, yes, sometimes
talking about fish.
Yeah, sorry, talking about fish. Sometimes they do swallow the hook, and then at that point, you actually just keep the fish. And I would give it to someone that I knew. How to skin the. I mean, I know how to skin and cook a fish. That's the singular of fish. Oh, it's a fish. Yeah, that makes sense.
No. It's a foot fish. It's a fish shaped like a foot, or a fish that has a foot.
One of them bottom feeders. You know what I'm saying? No, so I always release the fish, and like I said, if something does happen where I know they're gonna die, I will give it up to someone else, because I don't. Yeah. I mean, I have fished alone, but I typically don't. And you can always bring it into the shop, or if you're on a lake or somewhere, just drive it up to call people up. But I'm serious about, like, I don't know. There's just something about life, dude. Like, personally, maybe it has to do with the fact that my biggest fear in life is death. So there's like my one fear that I really have, which is why I'm afraid of spell. Like, everyone asks themselves, why do you have the phobia that you have? It's because you're afraid of what? Dying. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. No, shit. Hey, who the fuck? Erdman.
I hear him. I'm buzzing in. I'm getting buzzed in.
Ow. Get off my arm, dick.
Getting buzzed in.
Are you in the market for the car of your dreams? Is all you want in life 4 wheels and a gas pedal to slam on? Sweet Danny D is here to ease your pain. I am now the #1 dealer of all used and partially new vehicles in the mid-southwest region of Springfield, Montana. Do you want a truck? We got big trucks, little trucks, trucks with doors, and trucks that aren't trucks but are actually just SUVs with the back seating roof cut off. I'm willing to get you out of my dealership with the car that suits you best. It doesn't matter if you have good credit, bad credit, white people credit, other people credit, no credit, credit spelled with a K, or good old-fashioned street cred. We will get a deal done, son. I'm located on the 37th mile of Route 207, just past the railroad tracks, beside the Applebee's and in front of the Red Roof Inn. If you pass the giant inflatable gorilla that has abso-fucking-lutely nothing to do with cars, then you've gone too far. Get on down here and get yourself one of the sweet Danny D's new-ish rides. Yahoo!
Ad paid for and created by LucriCorp. Oh, okay, well, welcome back to Exceptional Anecdote My Sibling. Chris, what the hell was going on back there?
Dude, some guy in a fucking LucriCorp shirt just kicked in my door and had me pinned to my mattress until you played the damn commercial.
Dude, they're getting a little violent. I'm a little worried.
I will say this, he smelled like strawberries. I don't know if that's like a thing or... Yeah. Jeez, dude, my shoulder's killing me. Anyway, continue the show before they come back.
All right, guys. Yeah, we'll do the show for you. Don't be sending people to us. All right.
Jesus.
Anyway.
He whispered something in my ear. I didn't hear him, but anyway.
So there was one thing I wanted to bring up real quick for everyone. I might be a little late to this, but there are videos being made by people like H3H3 Productions about it. But it's the story of Ken Bone, which last year during Ken Bone, and that's his real name actually.
It's a dope name, dude.
Yeah. I was watching interviews with him on H3H3.
What's your name?
Ken Bone. Oh, and he has people in his family, 2 of them named Oral Bone, like because Oral is a real name. Yeah. And
what was that? Moral
yeah,
Oral.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Well, anyway, so he is and wants to be just a guy. Okay. He's like this big heavy guy, very friendly looking, like a teddy bear. He goes to the presidential debates, and it's live on TV.
Oh, he was that cutie pie with the fucking red sweater.
Yes, the red sweater guy, and he stands up and he asks because the debates were getting really hot and heated, and they were like really kind of in a negative place, and not really the real questions were being asked. So he stands up and asks this like really impressive question about what are countries going to do when we switch to more effective energy but move away from fossil fuels, and what about the jobs of the blah 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 blah, and so on. And so first he just blew up like on Reddit and shit because I guess he just seemed like wow, thank you for taking it back to the issue. Like for some reason he blew up. It went viral. Blah blah blah. And
it was his look. It was the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this big teddy bear of a.
Nature
he is. He's a fucking adorable guy, man. And so later, I don't know. I don't even think it was a week later. I think he said it was like 3 days later. He did an AMA, an Ask Me Anything, on Reddit. If you don't know what Reddit is, you're stupid, everyone. It's like a huge website. How do you not know what Reddit is at this point in life? Like really. Like, you know those funny fucking pictures you see on the internet? Yeah, thanks Reddit, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he does an AMA.
Reddit?
I meant thank Reddit or thank you Reddit, and I said thanks, I don't know. Shut up.
I feel like that's going to be a segment in the future. Thanks, Reddit.
Thanks, Reddit. Oh, I'm okay with that. But, no, so he's doing an AMA, and he was innocent and naive enough to not know to make a throwaway account to just deal with, you know, that way people can't see your history. Let's just start like
yeah.
And so during the fucking AMA, the AMA is not even done.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, news reports go up all over the internet from Gizmodo or whatever the fuck it's called, BuzzFeed, and the most significant one would be the New York Post, which is usually like. From what I understand, because I don't fucking read, my news is Reddit, but it's supposed to be a reliable news source. And so the titles all show, one of them said like, Ken Bone may actually be kind of a bad guy or something like that, or a terrible whatever. Mm-hmm. And then another one, which was the worst, was from the New York Post that said, Ken Bone calls rape victim disgusting, and that's what like really got all the So just so you know, guys, no evidence, no fucking proofreading this shit. They just go ahead and post it that he called a rape victim disgusting. So here's what actually happened, because the comment on Reddit is there. Well, I think he eventually got rid of it, but there's a screenshot of it, and it's not. Well, maybe he put it back up. Actually, maybe I don't know. I don't know how that. Or maybe it's down now, is what I think it is. But it literally read something like it was this. This guy took his time to like really just type this paragraph to this girl about how what her ex did was disgusting, and people that blame the victim are terrible. And he did keep using this word disgusting. And he kept saying to her like, keep fighting and don't be hard on yourself, stuff like that. You know, like being nice to her. And in nowhere in that comment did he call her disgusting. And so then YouTube came together. This is where we're going to get into. We're going to talk more about YouTube in a little bit. But when YouTube came together and fucking saved his ass, like shut that shit down, dude. Like all the big YouTubers that like have names for themselves in the public and have a platform to stand on, totally sided with him, found evidence, and all this kind of shit. And those articles slowly started getting taken down.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway.
God, I love YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I know what you
Speaking
don't. I know what you don't like though on YouTube.
Fuck you.
Well, you want to talk about him? Go ahead. Talk shit about my man Chills.
He's a fucking idiot.
Why? Why?
I can't. Let me express. Okay, so Chills does these like top 15.
The channel is top 15s. It's TOP15S, I believe.
Yeah. And he, I don't know who the fuck he is or where the fuck he's from, but these top 15 videos, the reason I think they're okay is because who doesn't like a good list? You know what I mean? Everybody likes lists.
Yeah.
Rankings. But
of course.
Presentation for me is everything. If I came on this fucking podcast and every time you asked me a question or I told a story, I told it in a very monotone, no emotion way of saying things, and then made dumbass comments about what I was talking about, almost as if I was reading a fucking script verbatim, and you would get pissed off at me. That's the fucking point,
dude. But his name is Chills, and usually they're like creepy, horror-y 15s.
Okay. Chills is in like, ooh, that gave me chills.
Yeah,
that motherfucker gave me like.
No, I don't think he's. I don't know, man. I like him. I like him a lot. Shout out to you, Chills.
He gives me diarrhea. He makes my stomach fucking hurt because when I listen to him talk, it's almost like he doesn't know what English is.
He does kind of talk like this, and all of his sentences end in a down. It's kind of annoying sometimes. I don't know. It doesn't bother me, dude, because like when I'm watching the horror ones, it's like just this creepy, weird voice that goes behind it, and it's like perfect. I mean, obviously, I don't think he talks like that in real life. I mean,
I'm willing to bet money that he does.
You just hate it, bro.
Hi, Mom. I went to the schoolyard
I went to
today,
school.
and I got my ass kicked because I talk like a fucking freak.
I'm not. I'm not sure what's wrong with my
Help
voice.
she needed.
What the fuck?
Did you hear that?
That's secretly a speak and spell. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this?
So I just paused and applied and then paused the video right when you were talking, right when we were making fun of his voice, and he just popped up. He goes, "Help she needed." and I think that got recorded onto the podcast too, so that'll be fun to listen to.
I hope so.
Help she need.
Anyway,
hey, it's under 5 seconds.
I know you were watching that one, but I can't wait for you to fucking do this.
All right, so guys, we're gonna do a little interactive thing here. You're about to hear
the video.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna hear it too. It's top 15 haunted phone numbers you should not call. Now, yes,
link will be in the description.
Link now has to be in the description. Why not?
Sorry. Link will be in the description.
Link will be in the description.
The description is a part of the video where we explain what the video's about, or as Erdman likes to do, put like one fucking sentence.
I'm just getting so tired of fucking writing that shit.
You're a bum, dude. You're a bum.
Just watch the goddamn video. I usually explain the topic in the fucking video name. In the video name. Alright, so, top 15 haunted phone numbers you should not call. I think the time was 302. So, we're going to call... Well, no, I'm going to call one of these numbers.
Hold on, pause. We're going to pause. Pause right here. You pause the video, go click on the link in the description, go to 302, watch that whole segment, and then come back, because we're going to call that number live. Well, not really live, but live on Exceptional Anecdote.
I gotta find the number.
Why didn't you write it down? My God.
Hang on, wait.
There, you'll hear a high-pitched sound that will tingle up and down your spine.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna come back here. Sorry, guys, we had to cut a bit out so I could get the phone number, and I wanted to say that this is what he says, and you can all listen to it. It's between like 302, 308, something like that, and it ends at about 350. And so he goes, Sadako from The Ring will not necessarily do the whole 7 days thing, but instead you will hear a loud pitched ring that will give you chills down your spine. So the number is 090-444-4444. Actually, I think I'm missing a 4, but I can't remember now. Let's see if this one works. We'll try both.
Speakerphone.
Yep, go into speakerphone. Dude, I'm too scared right now. Who is this woman? What is she trying to tell me? I'm really scared, dude. She's freaking me out. Okay, let's add another 4. That was just too scary. That was too real, guys. Too real.
That operator lady was dope.
That woman was like molesting my brain. All right, now let's try with the extra. Oh God. Who are these women?
Please check the number and dial again.
Oh my God. How do you know I'm on the phone? Who are you?
535.
Oh my God. What is this number? Is that when I die? Oh, guys. All right. I might not be in the next week's episode because I might be dead in a week. Chris?
Holy shit. It was so powerful it kicked me out of Discord. Alright, try it, everyone. That was lame.
Yeah.
Is there an American number?
Do we have time for that's the thing. I'm not really certain. Let me try.
Yep, she said she believed at first that she'd always been called.
Here, this is my favorite one. Yes, this is an American number, or at least it should be.
Yes.
Because it has a 1 in front of it. So this is the number. You ready for this, guys? You ready for a non-ironic, non-cliche number?
Dun dun dun.
1-666-666-6666. All right, are you ready? You ready? Dude, I'm calling Lucifer right now. What's up, buddy?
What?
Oh my God!
Can't do the call.
This woman. Who is this woman? She's in my phone, dude. It's the same woman on all 3 calls. Holy shit! My phone's possessed,
really
guys.
Cannot complete the call.
So the point is, I do honestly. So I do like his channel because a lot of it is just interesting, and there are often times where the shit is really just. I mean, it's not.
Let
fake.
me try.
It's not. Well, okay, go ahead and find one while I'm saying this.
Well, never mind. I can't.
Oh yeah, you're on your.
I'm not scared, but I'm.
Yeah, I can't do this. I can't. I have a family. I have a family. Okay. No, but I'll often go into his comments and I'll be like, all right, number 2, fake. Here's why. Number 3, come on, it's fake because I'll just shut it all down. But then at the end I'll always be like, but please keep making these videos. I really enjoy them.
I like shitting all over your fucking series.
Well, no, I'm never mean about it.
You're just like that guy.
I'm just like, no, come on, guys, it's not real. Here's why. I mean, are you dumb? So
I've been waiting for what you're about to start talking about. Let me introduce this because I'm going to introduce the other thing too, but I really want to introduce this. Fighting in the red corner, approximately 6'3",
40
pounds. Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd goes wow. And fighting in the blue corner, approximately way too many fucking people to count. Millennials! Let's get ready to shit on people! Bing, 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 go.
Okay, so first of all, I do have to say, by definition, you and I are both millennials. Was anyone born, I think, after the year, 80, maybe? I don't know, 80s? 80-something, I don't know.
Probably 85.
Yeah, probably 85, I don't know. But,
They like increments of 5.
This fucking mentality, dude, this ignorant fucking... The world is mine mentality, and I can do whatever I want and say whatever I want, and I can get away with it because of how pussy well, it's a liberal thing, dude. You can't touch your child anymore, even though when you can now when they hear this, I bet they're gonna comment on this. When I'm watching Scott's Kids, and Nick gets all dickish, I will penny and I'll tell him go in your room, you need to just cool off and chill whatever. And he won't do it. So I will pick him up and put him in his room, aggressive enough to where there's nothing he can do about it. And there was this one time where he actually called his dad while we were doing this, because I was sitting at his door because he was trying to break out. He calls his dad and he goes, "Dad, Anthony just hit me." And so Scott calls me right away. No, Scott calls me right away and he goes, "Hey, I'm sure this didn't happen, but Nick just called and said you hit him. And I'm like, no, this is what happened. I picked him up and put him in his room because he wouldn't go there. And poor Scott, because of all this bullshit that I'm going to say it, divorced mothers who are spoiled rotten most of the time, and they take, but Andy has to deal with, well, you can't punish your kids anymore like that for whatever. I'm going to. I swear to God, like I won't beat them around, but I will make sure they do. I mean, they're going to be respectful. That's my point. Is they will probably never have to be. But Scott just goes, man, with the divorce and stuff, like, I don't want anything to, get involved back to my ex-wife and da-da-da.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want her to take advantage of this situation. I know it
Which
didn't
is
happen.
fucking sad.
It's sad, man. It's fucking sad. And so let's go back to these fucking, I'm going to say under 21 and under. Nah, maybe even 23 and under.
No.
You want to go up?
I'd say 25.
25 and under? I'll go 25 and under. It's these Vape Nation motherfucking cell phones out all the time. Nation. Yeah.
You said that and I had like a TV show in my head of like Z Nation, but with vapes.
Well, and you go, dude, so I was at the airport. Here's the phone thing, the laptop thing. I mean, I go to the airport for when I went to Arizona for that little bit, and I sit down and we're waiting for our first flight. And I almost take my phone up, but I look around, and I'm sitting next to this very sweet elderly couple. It's like a black dude and a white woman, and it's just like he's got a newspaper, and she's just sitting there like crocheting or some shit. And I actually started talking to him because I hit my head on something, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I did that too," blah blah. And then he had dope shoes. That's what I talked to him about. He had some Vans, dude. Like, anyway, every single person in that room had their computer out or their cell phone in their face. And honestly, I'm going to give shit to Jose. Jose, you are in the millennial crowd. Because the amount of... Like, I take Jose out of the house, and I hope he listens to this one day and gets this through his head. I know he won't. This is his addiction. Social media. That's why he is the social media guru. But he walks outside, and the phone's not down. It's not like a normal, it's not like I'm holding my phone right now, like I'm looking down at it. He has it up straight in his face while he's walking super slow, as if the phone takes priority over his own safety. I mean, and people, what's up with this, like, I just, please tell me you have something to add here so I can collect some thoughts,
Well, let me first say, technology, as it develops, becomes more vital to your day-to-day life than any other thing that you have. So these elderly couples that you see who read newspapers and crocheting, their lives pretty much don't need technology because they've mastered the ability of, their finances are handled by the bank, so they go to the bank. The blah, 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 electric company, they call the electric company, whatever. They still have home phone lines, which not everybody does anymore. I do not. I will defend the technology part by saying...
No, there's nothing wrong with technology. No, this is not at all about technology. It's the addiction to... See, there's a difference between needing and wanting. Yes, it is a big... dude, we need technology these days. If you don't have a cell phone, you're kind of out of the loop. I mean, and computers... If you don't have a
cell phone in 2017, you better be a fucking child. It's your only excuse.
But this isn't about this. It's about people doing things, and there's no respect
talk
anymore.
More about the...
there's no respect anymore.
Yeah, the fucking mindset. Don't talk so much about the action.
Okay, so the mindset is more like my parents clearly, or I just didn't care, didn't teach me to say please, thank you, open doors, look someone in the... Well, that could be difficult for some people, but... just normal manners and respect, and respect your elders, and respect the police, and respect the people who have authority. Because, first of all, you're just going to end up hurting yourself. No one likes a punk-ass little bitch. Those are two different things, by the way. I meant physically hurting yourself. You're going to get hurt. Someone's going to beat the shit out of you. If I see you and you give me sass, there will be a problem. Yeah. But you're going to damage your image and your reputation. I mean, I don't even know what to say about hipsters. That's just they're so edgy. They literally made their own culture. So we'll just we'll not keep them with the millennials. They're two separate problems.
I know what you're talking about. You're
yeah, help me out.
What
here.
you're referring to?
I'm so mad I can't speak right.
The kids, or the youth, or the young people who have a sense of entitlement, and
yes,
they want but aren't willing to work, and that's the problem.
Oh, they want money, but they don't want
to. They want fame. They want food. They want clothes, but they don't want to work for it. They want their parents to buy it for them. And unfortunately, it doesn't start. You can't blame these people entirely. You have to go back to the source root. With any problem with it, hell, I work for tech support, and the first rule is go back to the source. Figure out where it started. And in this situation, it's the parents. Chris D'Elia talks about it on his Man on Fire special on Netflix. And he says... these parents, man, they come out the womb and immediately just tell their kids, like, you could do whatever you want.
You want a cell phone at 4 years old? Okay.
Yeah, you could be whoever you want to be. You
want to make music videos at 12 years old on YouTube? Okay.
And that's the problem, is they build this fucking mindset in these kids of, I am the most important person on the fucking planet. And the reason why the special is called Man on Fire is he's like, so many of you fucking millennials think you're Denzel Washington in Man on Fire. He goes, no the fuck you're not. You're that guy in the background running for his fucking life. You're that fucking guy. The movie isn't about you, but you think it is.
And the problem... sorry, go ahead.
No. He said, you're a fucking extra. You're nobody. You're fucking nobody.
See, the bad part about that phrase, you're right. They are the person running from the fire, because they don't even get... Like, they don't understand that in 30 years, we are going to be controlling this country, and the country is going into shit, and it has nothing to do with who's actually president. It really does. It has to do with the behaviors of the individuals. You're lazy. You only care about yourself. Now you have a self-entitlement problem. Now, look, I'm selfish. I know I am. But obviously, I care enough where I won't even kill birds, and Chris will make fun of me for crying at TV shows, and I do care. But, like, the amount of care that you don't have is going to kill our fucking country. God, that went too far from where I wanted. I wanted to talk about how shitty fidget spinners were, but...
No, fidget spinners are fucking stupid. But no, you're making a good point. It's not so much that, don't feel bad, first of all, because you're making a point that many people make. And let me preface this by saying I'm 26 years old. I know that
he's a baby, but you know what? I'm aiming at. No, I always give you this. People need to know this. You have a wife that you've had for many years. You have 2 kids that turned out awesome. You work. You're mature. He's basically 30 years old. He's older than me. I mean, at heart.
I've had people tell me that all the time. And the reason why is the way I grew up was I surrounded myself with not only older individuals, but people who have accomplished things, but also people who have failed at things. Because you pick up, okay, they tried this, it didn't work. Why? Because of this. Okay, well, I won't do that. I'll try to get that same thing, but I'll make sure to avoid that mistake.
Doing it that way, and
bit by bit, I learned to be a better person. And my mom and dad, let me explain. It wasn't that they beat me. It was that they put enough fear in me that I, outside of my home, was afraid to act out because of the fear of what would happen if I came home.
Exactly. Get this. I actually talked my way out of the only spanking I would have received from my dad. However, he puts the fear of God into me in a verbal way. Like, he doesn't, like, swear at me or anything. He's just, if he's stern and serious, you don't fuck with this guy. He is highly, like, not like those YouTubers, like, he's highly successful.
Yeah.
Like patents and working on the Bradley tank engine and all this other, building BART, by the way, if any of you live in California. Yeah, you can thank him for developing the shit out of that. All right, enough about promoting my father for no fucking reason.
Fuck that, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, he is. No, but my punishment would be like, I've never been grounded in my life, but because I would never do. I was terrified. Like you said, you go outside, you make sure you do the right things, you make the right choices. You come home at 9 o'clock. When those street lamps go off, you're going home, buddy. But
and it wasn't. I think this is the main difference. It wasn't like a fear of violence. It was a fear of disappointing.
I didn't want to embarrass him. That's it, dude. I still, like, today when I call him with bad news, I'm really upset, and I even tell him, like, I'm like, Dad, I just don't know. Like, I actually had a call with him a few weeks ago, and I was like, Dad, I put this off for 3 days, but I just got to tell you, like, I got some bad news about this and that. And he goes, well, I don't see, first of all, why are you, because I said, like, I was afraid to tell him. And he goes, why are you afraid to tell me? Like, you can always tell me anything. And he was like, and actually, I see that as kind of good. It's about the college thing. I want to go back to college and get an electrical engineering degree.
No, you are going to go back to college.
I will, dude. I will.
Yeah. But I think that's the difference. The kids and the youth and the younger people, they don't give a fuck about what their parents think about them because they've been taught not to give a fuck about what anybody thinks.
But see, I was a dumb kid too until I was about 21 or so. Maybe you're always learning.
But at the end of the day, you were wired to try not to disappoint your parents.
Absolutely.
It's anybody, just not your parents.
For no reason at all except to not disappoint.
Now, you can be a dick in society. You can be an asshole to people. You
shouldn't
do that,
be, by the way. Don't.
But when you walk up to your mom and your dad, you turn into a fucking civilized person. When you're in front of people that know your parents, you're a civilized person. And that was what I was wired with. I didn't want to sully my parents' name because it may not. They're not a Fortune 500 fucking CEO family, but they're my mom and my dad, and they're raising me, and they're doing the best they can to give me the things that I had in my life, and I didn't want to repay them by going out and being a fucking druggie or a hoodlum and breaking shit and doing. Now, did I do my fair share?
My parents literally moved me from Brentwood, which is kind of a hoodish. Like there's what we call the new Brentwood and the old Brentwood, because they did a lot of work on it, and now there's like a nice happy side with a golf club and all that. Golf club, you know what I mean?
Clubhouse.
Why can't we think of the word? What's it called?
I don't know. Isn't it just a clubhouse?
No. Oh my God. Oh, jeez. I lived in one. A country club. Country club.
Yeah.
So they literally picked us up right before high school, and they were like, "No, you're not going to any of these high schools. They all suck. They're all ghetto. Blah blah blah." And Brentwood is kind of ghetto, like that area of it. It really is. I mean, there's some good.
Now, for those who are about to get all fucking PC, ghetto does not mean black. Ghetto does not mean
I didn't see. I don't even think about that. I mean, ghetto has nothing to do with
that, man. Ghetto means
the
quality of the school is shit. It's ghetto.
Yeah.
They don't care about it. It's not fucking worth your time.
I never even thought of ghetto as being offensive. That's stupid.
Dude, trust. I know way too many dumb people.
Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, no. So they picked
quality of school.
Yeah. You know what? Now, if you wanna be a bitch, go be a bitch. All right. Complain about how horrible we are and make articles about how we called someone a racist or a rapist or something. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
Not the people listening who care. Like,
yeah.
You're cool. But anybody who's about to listen to this and then comment on the video or hit Anthony up, because no one fucking hits me up.
Sorry, man.
You guys, man, fucking, you can't say ghetto. It's not the N-word, motherfucker. We're not even talking about race. We're talking about
quality.
Quality of staff, quality of people. And
all right. Stop explaining yourself to the stupid people. The smart people get it.
I like doing it because then they have to like bite their lip.
No, they'll just backlash and think that their comments mean something, so it doesn't matter.
Ah, shit. I just fed into it then.
Yeah, exactly.
If they comment or they hit you up, let me know, and I'll bite their fucking face off in the beginning of the next
If they hit me up on that, I'm copying and pasting that into the comments, leaving their name, and we're going to bash the shit out of them next episode.
You like how we started off the show in a positive light and ended the show with the
We're talking about the friendly Ken Bomb, Ken Bomb, and then like... Yeah, you know what? All right, so back. So they pick me up and we move, and of course I'm upset. I don't understand yet why they did it. Like it hasn't clicked in my little immature brain, and I missed all my friends, and my neighbors, and it was just amazing there. But we get to Rinda, and by the way, no, I don't live there now, so don't even try to find me. We moved to Rinda, and it's this super. Are you clicking to find me?
Where are you, you son of a bitch?
It's like Class A living in the Bay Area. I mean, it's safe, it's nice. They have amazing schools. In fact, we have some of the best schools in the country, state, right in here. And so eventually they explained to me, and like they're like, you understand, like we're doing this because it's for your own good. Like you get to go to a good school, you get to stay out of trouble, and blah blah blah. And I'm glad they did that. Like. That's it. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the problem. The main issue with the people that we're talking
parents
mad shit about is parents and also the kids' mentality about their family and about respect in general. But I am so excited to do this opening for you for this last segment.
Oh, Jesus
that you've been
Christ.
geeked about. You ready for this shit,
All right.
dude?
I don't know what he's about to do. All right, go ahead.
Here we go.
All right, so, okay, go.
Breaking news, breaking news. Erdman's going to talk about TV shows.
Damn, man, you waited 3 days to show me that. You had my anticipation. I was like, what is he pre-recorded to play for this shit? Like, what's going on?
I literally just wanted to do.
You know what? We're gonna take
breaking news.
We're gonna take a clip of that and we're gonna use it because I'm gonna do this a lot, you guys. Sorry, it's my thing. I love TV shows. Get over it. And this is the last segment of the episode. So if you want to leave, fuck you.
But if you want to hear about TV and what's good,
yes, what's
tuned.
actually good, not like this.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to start by this time of the year is a really hard time to find good TV shows to watch because people right now are making school is out, you know, people are in summer break, shit like that, and everyone's sitting home able to watch TV. So who makes the money and hypes up 1 billion of these TV shows? Oh, reality TV. Thanks, Bravo, for just scumming all over the place, and MTV and all of you. Fuck you guys.
I'm about to say they're not the only ones.
Yeah, no, they're not. No, that's not even it. I mean, so fuck. I'm not talking about reality. I'm never going to talk about reality. There's not a single one worth talking about. But anyway, so if you're having trouble watching or finding good shows,
Before you say it, I want to call this segment the Erdman Top 5. There, we have a list. We have a list segment in our own show.
And you just limited me to luckily, there's only 5 to talk about.
There is only 5.
Right now.
I literally said 5 because of that. But now, we got to hone you in, man. Just like me with wrestling, we got to hone you in.
All right.
Can't let you go all day, but you literally only have 5, so it actually works out.
Yeah.
So, number 5.
No, you're right. No, I should narrow it down, and it'll make it easier. And if they want to hear more, I'll bring them in the next time we talk about it. But
Bingo.
All right. So right now, if you are bored and listening to us talk, there's 5 good shows on TV right now that are very interesting. They're not your typical cookie cutter bullshit, all right? So the first one, I mean, there's no order to this actually, so don't take this as there's an order.
Nah, fuck that. Number 5.
No way, no, I can't, because it's not in order, and that's too much pressure, dude. I can't do that. All right.
Okay.
First one is Blood Drive. This I just found. It's brand new. It's, I think, 3 or 4 episodes in. And the premise is, imagine, like, a Mad Max kind of... Oh, shit. What could you compare it to? Now I forget. What were those books called? Oh, Death Race. Remember the books Death Race and all that shit? And there was a movie or whatever. And that kind of, like, okay, it's actually in the show. It's, like, 1999 or 1990 or something. And But basically, there's, like, no water. Gas is really expensive, and so there's this like, there's the city and all that shit where the cops are, and those rules are fucked up. But then there's this other society that runs this race where they build your engine into a meat grinder, and your car runs off of blood. And I'm gonna end it there and just say,
yeah,
if
you got to tease these, man.
If you're a kid, you shouldn't be watching it.
Yeah.
But it is the style of it too. It's so. That's what I was gonna say. It's kind of like Rob Zombie and what's his name? Kill Bill, fucking Quentin Tarantino. It's like if Rob Zombie and Tarantino had a love child, and they just spit this out. This amazing, unique, very and get this. It's on the Sci-Fi Channel, and they've really been stepping up lately. It used to be shit, but yeah, so check out Blood Drive. The second one on the list is The Mist. I hope you guys watched I think it was early 2000s movie of Stephen King's The Mist, and it's based on the book.
Thomas Jane.
Yeah, the guy that played the Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher, yeah.
Yeah, he was in it.
Oh, what a fuck!
And then 2 people from The Walking Dead are in it.
Yeah,
Dale and Carol.
Beardless Dale, by the way.
Yeah, very.
No, it was Andrew. It wasn't.
Oh, then there was 3, dude. Carol was the one that ran out at first, and she was like, "I'm not staying here. I'm gonna go find help." And she's the one that's at the end of the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. So there were 3 people in that movie that were from The Walking Dead. Yeah. Anyway, so The Mist is a show about. I gotta be really vague with this, but let's just say the military is involved. I'm not gonna tell you how. unless you've seen it, whatever. But this mist rolls into this nice little town. I mean, I assume the mist is covering more than this town, but shit starts going weird, like
cray.
Like creature weird, like bugs weird. Yeah, it's like if you liked Stranger Things or anything that's like kind of horror sci-fi-ish, you would love
Cloverfield.
They're doing a really good job with the mist so far. The next one is Preacher. Preacher is on AMC. They only deliver us the best. I love you, AMC.
See?
Preacher's hard to explain. If you want, you can look up. It's
a comic.
It's a comic, actually. Imagine throwing together heaven, vampires, and badass people, but I can't even and get this, it's created by Seth Rogen and some other dude. Seth Rogen, yes, the funny guy. And it's presented, it has a comedic little, like a dark comedic twist to it, and the direction, the way they direct it is so, it just like shouts out to like, oh look, it's like a 1970s car chase, like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And they even used like the film grain and shit like that, and the color's all less quality, you know. And then there's, but dude, the story is just so fucking good, and I would love to tell you, but I want you to go look into it. Just all you got to do is just fucking Google Preacher and read it and see if you'd like it. Watch a trailer. That's really what you should do, because that's hard. That's a hard show to explain, but it's incredible. Next one, fourth on our list, is Fear the Walking Dead. I'm not going to get into it too much because me and him, I think, at some point want to get into it.
Yeah.
But it's the spin-off of The Walking Dead, created by the same people. It's not a comic, but they're doing really good with it. I like it.
It is exclusively in the world of the TV show, The Walking Dead.
Yes.
So it has no connection to the comic whatsoever.
It is canon in the TV show only.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's good. It takes place over here in California, down to Mexico.
Yeah. Same timeline.
Well, actually, no. It takes place. 6 months before?
It starts before, and then the build-up.
So
eventually, I think they're going to be on the same timeline, but it's going to take years.
I don't. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, the last one, I don't know why this one really gets it, because I like horror. But these are all equally good, I guarantee it. Channel Zero, again, on Sci-Fi. Can't believe it. Now, if you're a fan of Creepypasta, it's a website that gives these horrifying made horror stories. And, well, they decided to take stories from Creepypasta and turn them into a show. So it's going to be kind of like American Horror Story, where each season is a different story. Won't even be the same characters, actors and stuff like that. But season 1 is about, what's it called? Candle Cove. Something, I think it's just called Candle Cove. And it is horrifyingly awesome. It is so good. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I guess.
You think better or worse than American Horror Story?
Ooh. Well, as far as horror, it's definitely more. It is spine tingling. Like it is actually like it is scary. It's a good scary though. Like kids could watch this as long as they can handle it. But like it's like it's like a psychological and physical horror.
I love the name. Just
Channel Zero. Yes. Better than American Horror Story? I don't know. I actually like them. I can't rate shows, dude. I like so many that I've lost the ability
Are they comparable at all?
In some sense, yes, but I would say if you compared season 1 of American Horror Story, which was to most people like quote unquote the scariest or the most horror one, I'd still say Channel Zero has a beat as far as horror.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There you go. You know what that was, man? That was an exceptional anecdote, my sibling.
Yes, it was.
You like that? I'm getting better at it each week of like ending with that fucking line.
All right. Well, bye.
Music fade.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, music.